Well, we've just done the switch. We've come over from the southbound services. We're at Gloucester services on the M5. These are Westmoreland run services, and the main difference here is they don't have any of the big chains. You won't find McDonald's or Burger King or Starbucks or Costa or any of those. These are local produce, local suppliers. But this is a mirror image, and this is really nice to see that over on the other side there are 6 of the Swarco chargers. These are 300 kilowatt dual bay, so that's 12 charging bays, and here we have 8 Teslas. These are the V4s, 250 kilowatts, open to everyone. So there's a bit of a conflict going on here, and I've noticed this before with a number of sites, particularly Franklin services just further up the M5. And what Teslas seem to do is they seem to do the decent thing. I was down in Bristol recently, and down there off-peak I could charge for 25 pence. If they did that here, right next door to the Westmoreland Swarco units, it would just stop them being used altogether. So Tesla has done a very interesting thing. If you're a non-member as a EV owner, a non-member and a non-Tesla driver, you can come and charge here with your contactless. There's a contactless terminal there, small screen there. You can charge here. Tesla does not seem to have done much of a real threat to them. They've kept the prices high, and it's really a sort of a warming period where they're not going to keep them here. They are going to be dropping them, but it gives people like Westmoreland Charging an opportunity to start having a look at their prices and see what they can do. Now, if it turns out that they're going to be cheaper peak and these are going to be cheaper off peak, absolutely fine. They'll get used. Some people, reps on the road, they do have to charge. Some people have no choice, so they will use it. But if you charge on a regular basis as a Tesla member, you join, it's £8.99 a month. And what you get access to the Tesla prices. Now, Tesla prices on these, it's 45p for off-peak and 55p for peak. And I get some idiots on the comments below, and they say, oh yeah, but Tesla's just going to increase the peak time so that everybody, yeah. There's no basis for that whatsoever. It's totally made up. To give you an idea here, the off-peak is from midnight to 6 o'clock in the evening. Peak is between 6 and 8 in the evening, 2 hours, and off-peak is again 8 till midnight. Where do you get your facts from? Well, we know they're not facts. You're just making up scare stories to try and put people off. And I hate it when people do that. Get your facts right first and then give the information. So here, if you're a member, you're paying £8.99 a month. If you charge once a week, one single charge, 50 kilowatts, that's going to save you at off-peak times something like about 15 pence, and that means that it's going to be £7.50. In other words, one charge will just about cover your membership fee. If you're charging every week, it's a no-brainer. If you can charge off-peak here as a member, it's 45p, which is 20 pence cheaper than the Swarco, and 20 pence cheaper for every 50 kilowatt hour charge you do is £10. So if you're doing one a week, you're going to save £40 a month, which is best part of £500 a year. It's a big difference. So we don't know where this is going. You see, at the moment, these are priced at 71 pence peak. Tesla's really trying to put people off and drive them over to the Swarco units, which are on the other side. And that's really helping Westmoreland services because they don't deserve to have the ground cut from under their feet. However, this is expensive for a Tesla supercharger. We never pay 71 pence. The dearest I've previously found was at the Manchester Trafford Centre, and that one was 63p, and we thought that was bad. 63p peak. These are up at 71. I have to believe these are just an introduction to try not to step on their toes too soon, too quickly, and upset everything. But there are going to be some big high-level decisions as to what's going to happen. Just met up with the technical director and the operations director over there, and they said it's early days at the moment. They're saying over on the southbound side, what they see, that's where they spend most of the time, what they see is there's a lot of people using both of them, and they see Teslas using those. Can't quite work that one out, but that's not for me to say. But they say they're getting a lot of use. The Tesla, since they've been open, they say they're virtually constantly always busy. You very rarely hear we've lost one car, got a new one. And this is what happened with Tesla cars and Tesla chargers. Very quick turnover. Cars typically 10, 15, 20 minutes in and out, and that's done. So 8 here is absolutely plenty. I'm going to try and arrange an interview with the CEO of Westmoreland, Nabil. We've met him before up at T-Bay, and we'll see if we can get a bit of an insight into where they see this going, because here it's actually a bit closer because he's a 65p against, but other places like GridServe, for example, at Frankly, they're 79p. So even at 71p, these would be cheaper. So these would be taking business away from GridServe. But when you go off peak and it's down into the 55, 60p, that's a massive difference. It's almost 20 pence difference. And again, £10 a charge. So frankly, I went there on the way down here and I call in quite often. GridServe just aren't being used. There's typically 1 or 2 cars on there. There's 12 chargers. And usually 1 or 2 of those are CHAdeMO. And they can't charge CHAdeMO at Tesla. The Tesla chargers are usually busy, good old turnover. So this is an interesting time, and we're not quite sure where this one's going to head up. But Westmoreland, like Tesla, don't do CHAdeMO. So it's really interesting that CHAdeMO is being phased out. The Nissan Leaf is coming to an end, so they're not going to be making new ones, and the new one, if they come out with a replacement, will almost certainly be CCS2, like the Aria. And so the CHAdeMO is I'm afraid, a failing and a fading standard. But for the moment, that's it from here. Had a bit of nice warm weather. Clouds are coming over now. But we've got an MG, we've got a Peugeot 208, we've got a Subaru Solterra, a British gas van. We've got a Vauxhall, I think that's a Mocha, and we've got a Hyundai Kona. So there's a nice selection here. We've got a couple of Model 3s. Anyway, that's all for the moment. So that's the report from Gloucester Services. So thanks very much for watching. If you liked it, leave a like. And if you want to see more, please subscribe down below. So thanks for watching. I'm Dave.